What's up, guys? It is Jake from Clear Shots, and I am here today to do something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I spent literally the past 2 hours uninstalling, reinstalling, editing OBS, screaming, getting pissed off, and I've decided I'm going to make a Pink Floyd tier list. Pink Floyd is my favorite band of all time. Anybody that knows me knows this, and I just figured this would be a really fun thing to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and take into account the fact that if you're watching this, you know who Pink Floyd is. You should. I'm also going to take into account, mostly my opinion. And, I'm not trying to just pick the albums that people say are the best or, stuff like that. So, yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to start off with my least favorite album. There's a couple good songs on it, but I listened to this album. I've listened to it twice, 3 times maybe. Sat there, listened to it front to back. It's just really tough to get through, especially because it's right after The Wall, and that is The Final Cut. I think that's a solid D tier. The song The Final Cut is amazing. The Fletcher Memorial Home is amazing. And When the Tigers Broke Free is an amazing song. The thing is those 3 songs should have just been on The Wall, and then the rest of The Final Cut could have just not existed. I wouldn't really mind at all. The next one, I'm going to do a top of the bell curve album. It's average. It's not great. It's not awful. And that one is going to be The Endless River. I'm going to put that right at C. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's just more of a B track, like an alternative. Yeah, it just seems like it's just cut content from the Division Bell and Momentary Lapse of Reason that they just threw into an album. And it's good. It's good. It's Pink Floyd, so it's not awful. It's not great. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just kind of average, I guess, top of the bell curve. Let's see. I'm going to get an S tier out of the way real quick, and this one is just super obvious to everybody, and that's actually going to be Dark Side of the Moon. This album is perfect. You could listen to this album every day and find something new in it every day. Every time you listen to it, you'll find something new. It's one of the most perfect pieces of art ever created, and I'm saying that with a complete bias, and also it's almost objective. I don't know anybody that has. There's obviously going to be people that don't like it, and that's fine. But I think critically and commercially, you can't deny the fact that Dark Side of the Moon is probably the greatest album of all time. Which brings me to the next album that a lot of people love by Pink Floyd, and that's The Wall. And I love The Wall as well, but I don't really think it's that great. It's kind of a slog to get through. It's like an hour and 26 minutes, I think, and it's just kind of boring. It's really kind of boring. When I listen to The Wall, I kind of am just waiting to hear the singles. Maybe I burnt myself out on it. Maybe I watched the movie too much, but that's about it for The Wall, man. It's a great album, definitely one of their best, but for me, I only have to listen to it once a year, if that, Let's see. What's the next one? The next 2 I'm going to do are going to be the 2 albums that I've listened to the absolute least, and that's because they're really rough to get through, in my opinion. And that is The Piper at the Gates of Dawn and Saucer Full of Secrets. They're not bad by any means. They're decent. It's very, very, very raw Pink Floyd. Very raw Pink Floyd, and they didn't really get their groove yet. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn has Interstellar Overdrive and Bike and Lucifer Sam. Those 3 songs are great. And Sauce Full of Secrets, of course, has Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun and Jug Band Blues, which are both great songs as well. Jug Band Blues is probably one of my favorites, probably the most underrated single they've ever released. But yeah, so those two are C tier, not because of their quality, but just because they're tough to listen to, really, in my opinion. I love living right on the highway, man. Right on 104, baby. I'm going to get to an A tier album for now, and that one is going to be The Division Bell. That one is one of my favorite ones to listen to. There's nothing really special about it. I think Cluster 1 is a really cool intro. It reminds me of Shine On You Crazy Diamond, where it's just like very instrumental and kind of eases you into what you're about to go through, and then all of a sudden it's bam. But I think a big problem that this album has is that it was. I'm going to explain further too when I get to the next album I'm putting on the list. The Division Bell and this next album, Momentary Lapse of Reason, they both suffer from being. They don't have Roger Waters, and actually. I'm going to put Division Bell there because I think when Waters left, or when he was kicked out, whatever you want to say, the band kind of lost a lot of the, I don't want to say the emotion, but it just, David Gilmour is not as good a singer or as good a lyricist as Roger Waters is. And that really knocks both of those two albums down. Still great. I would say, Division Bell, maybe I can put, is this website, let me do that. No, can't do it. So Division Bell, if I could, I would put like a B+, maybe I can add another row. Yeah, there we go. I'll do the Division Bell tier. And yeah, so how do I do that? Does that just add it in? Yeah, choose label color, put purple. Yeah, so there. Oh shit, what happened there? Delete that. Yeah, so, oh no, whoa. There we go. Okay, so I messed that up completely. That's gotta be B. Okay, this one. That's the Division Bell tier. And that's got to go back to whatever color it was. I don't even remember now. There, and then this will be, I'll make it the Division Bell color. Yeah. So yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this now that I have figured out how to use this program. Umagama is just such a rough album. That is just, and I did it again. You know what? There. Oh, you can't even read that, can you? It would be that there. Umagama is just not. It's just not that good, and it sucks because. It's interesting. It's like their most experimental album for sure. It is just so abrasive. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I've never been able to take it seriously. You know what? Maybe now after talking shit about it, maybe I'll just throw it on after this video, release like a follow-up or something. I've been told the live version of the album is amazing. But I'll just have to take their word for it. And we're getting to. Oh, my window just slammed itself shut. Huh. That scared the fuck out of me. Oh my god, I wonder how loud that was. That scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god. Alright. We're getting into these next two albums. I'm going to put them at the end here. Music from the film More, which is an album like I don't think a lot of people really listen to. It's a soundtrack. There's two songs on it that I think are really good, but other than that, it's kind of just blah. So it's gonna go D tier. But if you have to listen to it, I would try it just once. But the Nile song is fucking awesome, wicked awesome. It's oh my god, it's such a hardcore song, and you wouldn't expect that it was a Pink Floyd song. And then Green is the Color is just a beautiful, beautiful song. And I guess, I'm going to put Atom Heart Mother in the same tier as Saucer Full of Secrets and Piper at the Gates of Dawn because of the same reason, basically. I haven't listened to it enough, but I do really like it. What I'm going to do, actually, is... Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine there. But I would just put, you know what? No, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to add row above. And then, because I think Atom Heart Mother is better than those three albums. I think it's definitely better than The Endless River and those other two. But I just haven't listened to it as much as the rest of them that are above it. It's a fun album. It's just not, I don't appreciate it as much, I suppose. So now we're into the final four. And this is just really easy for me. These are the four albums that besides Dark Side of the Moon, these are the four albums that mean the most to me. I love these so much. They're great. They're just great. They really are. Wish You Were Here. I mean, there's not an ounce of fat on this album. Shine On You Crazy Diamond is one of the most beautiful songs ever made. Welcome to the Machine is haunting and melodic, and just it somehow gives you anxiety and cures it at the same time. And then, of course, the titular song, Wish You Were Here, is one of, if not the most popular songs they ever made. And it's one of their hits that doesn't get old. Plopping up S tier, Wish You Were Here. Obscured by Clouds is my personal favorite album by Pink Floyd. It's just so groovy. It's got a weird, I don't want to say a weird aesthetic. It's got like a weird style. Because it's very instrumental, and then it gets to be very easy listening. Like, Burning Bridges is like a very gentle song. It's just beautiful, It starts off in such a weird way where it's just like 6 minutes or 7 minutes of like synthesizers and bass and guitar melodies just like flowing in and out of your eardrums. And the back, like, the last four songs on the album, Childhood's End, Free For, Stay, and Absolutely Curtains. And then even just the last six, if you go from the Gold It's in the What's the Deal, Mudmen, Childhood's End, Free For, Stay, and Absolutely Curtains. I mean, you can pick any part of the album to start and stop at and be satisfied. And it's weird because this album was made to flow into itself, but you can even put this album on shuffle and be like, okay, you could put any of these songs in the order and it makes sense, and it's easy to listen to and easy to appreciate. Having said that, it's not their most technical, it doesn't have the best production or anything like that. It is my favorite album of all time by them, but it's going A tier. Just because it's not on the level of Dark Side and Wish You Were Here. Metal is the same way. Putting that on A tier right there. Wicked, amazing tracks. There's nothing that I would ever take out of Metal. Echoes is an amazing 25-minute song. And it starts off with One of These Days, which is just in your face and aggressive and super bassy. You know, Roger Waters just slapping the bass in your face for a little bit. You know, it's just awesome. Actually, now that I think about it, Seamus is a wicked weird song. Seamus is a song that would belong in like Umagama, Umaguma, whatever. Yeah. And then I would say last but not least is Animals, which is plopping that right on the S tier list. So Animals is tricky. It kind of points out the way the world works, and it's you would think it would be, oh, it's Pink Floyd, you got to look deep into the lyrics, and it's like, not really. You know, it's it's pretty clear. You know, you can be one of three things. You can be a pig, you can be a wolf, or you can be a sheep. You know, and you got to get your money somehow. So what are you gonna be? You know. But yeah, so that's my Pink Floyd album tier list. I guess the biggest takeaway from this is that Obscured by Clouds is the one I recommend because it's the best album you've never listened to. I mean, I didn't even listen to it until like maybe 3 years ago. I never even bothered to. And I was blown away. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Sorry for swearing. I don't think I swore too much. I was trying not to, but that window slamming really scared the shit out of me. All right. Take it sleazy. Don't give them clear shots, guys.